Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video, I shared a little bit about this journal cover that I made from a large envelope, and I thought that this would be a nice time to share how I made this. So let me show you real quick the envelopes that I use. So, oh, here it is. So it's a mail-in ballot envelope with a nice big window. And what I had done, I think I explained this in my last video, but I'll go ahead and say what I had done is a little bit of an experiment with putting some paper on there, and it was really thick and big, and it just wasn't actually going to fit into any of my journals. I don't have journals that would, I have a few, but not that I want to put this into. So I decided it would be kind of fun to see if I could make it into a cover, because it became so thick with the layers, and it worked out beautifully actually. So let me show you some of the things that I have, which is the mail-in ballot thingy. Here is the version of being coffee or tea dyed, and then while it's in the tea bath it kind of comes apart on its own, which is kind of a cool thing, right? This, let's see what this is. Let me turn these around. Okay, so this is from Dish, which they love me for some reason, even though we don't use them. And then this is just a big envelope that I've had for years. And it's tea dyed. And I thought, let's see if I could make a window. So what I did was I cut a wonky square and I put in some packaging. This is just some plastic from packaging, and made my own little window. And yeah, I'm not too crazy about how it came out, but you know, when you cover with your paper, you can straighten that out. And so I thought, well, I could straighten that out, but I'm just not very good at using the little X-Acto knives. This is one I bought that I thought if I bought one that's specifically for crafting, that I would do a better job, and that didn't work out. So let's move on. So those are the envelope options. This is the paper. No, these are the pages. These are the pages that I picked out for this particular journal. Tea-dyed lined, a book page, some music. This time I'm going to try getting them all in there and then folding to have flip outs, which I haven't been doing because I keep forgetting. I have this old way of making journals that I've been doing for years, and I'm constantly cutting my my pages, and then it's a hassle because I don't cut them the right size ever. I feel like I'm always making them too big. In my last video, I also talked about how I made an insert out of these envelopes, these big envelopes, so I might do that today. And this is what I use for the middle, where I hide my stitching. Let me show you real quick. So when I make my journals, let's see, is it this one? Let me see. Oh, here it is. Here's the middle. So when I do my journals, I don't like the strings kind of hanging out, because then they get caught on stuff, because I'm clumsy. And so what I do is I try to hide my stitching in an envelope. And this one I use, can you see that? You might be able to see it. Oh, see there, I put some tape on it. After I put it in there, I put some washi tape on it, so it wouldn't get caught if I put stuff in there, because I'm going to be coming in at this angle instead of that way. So I was afraid that I was going to catch something on that and tear it or something. But this is something that I'm trying that's new. This is a photocopy of one of my painted pages with like a coffee stain. I take a jar and dip it in black or brown paint, but I fiddled around with the color values and it came out blue, so that's kind of cute. But that's what I do for the middle. And what I did was I took one of my favorite coin, with a coin envelope, and I adhered it to a piece of the back of, the chipboard in the backs of your paper pads. I reuse them, so that's what I did. I put it on there and then I cut it out, and now I have a template. This is some tea-dyed scrapbook paper, and this will be my middle, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so here are a few options of the paper that I would like to put on the outside of my envelope. Some tea-dyed scrapbook paper, a digital from Tracy Fox, Love Junk Journals, and just some bits and pieces that I have, and then I'm going to go gather some more. So I'll be right back. Okay, so when I have my tea or coffee baths, you know, just kind of sitting out in the trays, I'll just throw random stuff into the tea just to have on hand. And so I have a bunch of these tea-dyed, kind of fun, bright paper options. Then I have some cartoony kind of things here. This is wintry. I think I'm going to keep this for a different project. That's super cute. I don't remember seeing that before, but this is from an S&H green stamp book. I thought maybe I'd throw those on there. And then just some grid paper that I tea-dyed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tearing the pages, the little pieces of paper up to size, and start gluing them to my envelope. And that's a bit tedious, and it's really not, you know, too terribly, it's self-explanatory, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So what I'm going to do is I'll just put some music on and just quickly get some paper put on my envelope. Well, that came out cute. I like that. So I'm going to need to go around and glue down any spots like this, because glue sticks just, if I don't get them on there fast enough for some reason, they always seem to do that to me. So, and this is it's still a little bit on the damp side, and I want to wait until it's completely dry before I start folding it. And so I'm going to let it completely dry, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how I fold these. I just use the fold lines, but I glue this part down and this part down, and yeah, it's a whole thing. So I'll be right back. Let me see if I do it from inside here. So it's really, really thick with 3 layers. See if that'll work. I mean, I know it's not the end of the world if I don't get this crease right, but it's just kind of annoying when you have several folds. I just always see them. Let's see if this will work. I'm just going to hold this up real quick and see how I did. Yeah, seems pretty good. Okay, with 3 layers of paper, this thing is pretty substantial. So the next thing I want to make sure that I do is I want to ink all of the edges, because see, I don't like seeing the, see if I have enough ink on here. I might, nah, let's get some more. No, it's a bit much, but anyway. I don't know, I'm wondering if I should just cut this down a little bit, since I'm just going to be, because I wasn't really planning on decorating it today. Let's see, what do we have? So that's 1/4 of an inch. So let's do that. Let's cut it. Okay, so I hit a little bit of a snag. When I started to put the signature in, I realized how much of a difference there was in the way my other one, let me grab that real quick. So I didn't notice this before, but this envelope apparently is quite a bit smaller than that one. Not only is the window in a different spot, but it's a lot smaller. And this was just looking a little ridiculous. So I decided to try something different. And so I did a measurement here. This is about 5. It hits about there. So if some of my paper comes out past this, I'm not going to worry too much about it. It might give it a little character. So I came up with a few options. This is one of the options that I picked for the other one. I'm not liking this though. It's got plastic. I'm not a huge fan of that. Okay. So what I'm going to try to do is either go this way where it's longer, or, you know, stagger them. Like, sorry about that. You know, just stagger them a little bit so they kind of fill in the space a little bit. I have a couple of options. This one is pretty close to the right size. And I was thinking that maybe I would glue this together, you know, cut it short so that it'll do something different. So yeah, I'm going to play around, but I just wanted to kind of connect back in and explain the differences on the papers that I'm using. So I'm going to play around with my guillotine. I'll put on some more music and kind of work these pages back into this journal somehow. So my board is centimeters. So what do we have here? We have 12 plus 4, which is 16. I made it big. I made it really, really big. But then I could, you know, bring it in this way and have tuck spots or something. That actually might be really pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go down the middle. I did glue it, so it's a little bit damp, but we'll see if this will work. Ah. Okay, that's going to have to be good enough. But having it double there when I sew it in is going to be actually really, really cool. Okay. All right, so what I want to do, oh, I crinkled that. Oh, what I want to do is make sure that this top is up. Okay. So, move this real quick. I'm gonna give it a measure. So it is 9.5. And so the middle of 9.5 is going to be 4 3/4, I do believe. Yeah. Why does that look wrong though? So what I want to do is I'm just going to kind of, yeah, I'm going to go 1/4 inch here and 1/4 inch here so I can use this 5 dot there, then go 1, 2.5, 1, 2.5. There. So that way I'm catching everything and it's not going to have too big of a gap towards the end of my journal. Let's hope. Okay, so I'm going to try and get some bull clips on here. To keep everything in place. Excuse my arm. Not quite right. Sometimes you've got to, there. Let's do this first. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to put it in there and push down to make sure everything is on there right. Then I'll put these bowl clips in to hold everything as best I can. There. I think I got it. All right. So this, I just kind of push that down in there so all of those folds are hitting each other. Hopefully this will work. There is no guarantee. But we can try, right? All right. Okay, so I punched holes in through all of the layers so that I could try to get an idea. First, let me clamp this on. I hate to let go of all of it. It's in a really good position. So what I'll do is I'm going to put this needle down in there. Let's see if I can get it through all the layers again. Okay, so now I've got my needle in there. And I want to line it up and mark it. Let's see. I'm not sure I'll see a pencil, so I'm going to use a purple pen, but these are, you could, heat gun will get rid of that. Okay. Now it makes sense to use an awl, but my awl is kind of big. The holes get really big, so I'm just going to use my needle. I want to make sure I have the right side up. Yeah. Now there's lots of ways of doing these pamphlet stitch type journals. And so this is just the way I'm doing mine. Let me see if I can get all that in there. One. There, once again with the creases. Okay. There we go. So what I'm going to do now is trim these. Whoops. And put on a little bit of washi. Maybe a lot of washi, I don't know. Okay. And that's just so that when I put things in and out of this envelope, it doesn't catch. So I'm going to glue my little envelope, my little coin envelope together. Aha, because I put a fold in that, it's not going quite as far as it should. So I'm just going to put a little bit right there. Let's see. Okay. And then okay. Put a ruler in there, make sure it isn't glued together. let's see what we can do with the pages. So this can go this way, or I can go ahead and put it that way if I want. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Okay, map page, music, tracing paper, this little guy right here that I sewed. Thank goodness I sewed that. These are sticking out a little bit more than I thought they would be. Past that. So first thing I'm going to do is bring these in. Let's see. This is 5 inches right here. So I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and fold it at 5 inches because I might be cutting everything down to 5 inches. I'm not sure. But that's a nice tuck spot right there. Oops. And then I can, let's see. Oh, I keep doing that. Okay, here, 5. 5 is there. Let's see. 5 there. 5 there. See if I can get that torn off of there. Okay. Well, you know what, a little torn spot's going to be kind of cute. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do this one at 5, just to be on the safe side. Oh, wait. I think I'd rather go this direction. Have more of the pattern showing. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to trim my pages a little bit. So I'm just going to fold this one because I don't want to cut it because I'm not sure what I want to do with it yet. So here's the thing is I always cut all, I think I said that earlier, I'm always cutting all of my papers, you know, straight on the edge, and I don't have anything that's kind of different, and I really want to get away from being so rigid about what my pages look like, the sizes that they are, the you know, where they're placed. I'm trying to be a little more open-minded about different types of things. I'm a little bit rigid when it comes to certain things. I'm trying not to use foul language with my description here. So yeah, this is like something people have done for quite a while, and I've not done it, and I'm wanting to try new things. I wonder if that'll work. Oopsie. Haha. So I think I only have this one last one. And I don't think I don't want to cut that one yet either. I want to see if maybe I could use, whoops, like maybe later on I could sew another piece on here, or glue it just in these two spots and stick something in there, use it as a tuck spot. I don't want to do anything to some of these pages yet. I'm trying to be open-minded, like I said. Okay, well, I now have 3 envelope journals. This is the one I just made. I made this one last week, and I did a page, which I'm kind of liking. This kind of has a romantic feel to it. And on this one, instead of gluing down these flaps, I thought it would be kind of fun to make them into a tuck spot. So I put a tea-dyed, coffee-dyed file folder in there, and I'll probably be putting ephemera and just different bits and pieces. I might even sew the edges so that when I pull it out, they don't all fall out. But yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. I've had this piece of, printed out piece of fabric for many, many years, and it's finally got a home. Very happy about that. So about the closures on these, I don't want to make the closures just yet on these because I don't know how big these are going to get. I may be gluing another piece onto here and flapping it over and then doing document closures, you know, the button string kind of closures on these. I'm not sure how I'm going to be doing that yet. I've decided that I want to do an envelope journal series where I'm working in these. It'll give me an opportunity to kind of try different techniques out on them and watch some of my favorite creators and get some ideas from them, which is so much fun. But yeah, this is my September journal. I've only got a couple of pages done in here. And so I really need to, even though I've been continuing my journaling on my computer, I need to get this guy decorated and ready to go so that I can start on my October journal. So yeah, so I'll be doing an envelope journal series. I'll make a playlist, and I hope you like this project. I hope you'll try it out. It's a great way to upcycle junk mail. And until next time, have a great day.